Hello, fellow travelers. This is Veronica from Human Design Journey with the series about the channels. And here we are with the channel of the project Prodigal, a design of a witness. So again, it's a collective circuit group. So keynote sharing, sensing circuit, and it's a projected channel. So it needs an invitation and recognition, or recognition and invitation to share its wisdom. Basically, here we have the 13th gate, the fellowship of men, the listener, the gate of the listener, who hears many secrets. And those people who have the 13th gate, oh boy, they hear so many sharings and secrets from other people, which they store in the memory. And the gate of the retreat, the 33rd gate, the gate of privacy, um, which is also the gate of retreating in your own space after the experience to reflect on it. And it's a full stop. So the channel of the Prodigal, it's the channel that is of the son or daughter who leaves the family home and travels the kingdom, collecting news and gossip and the stories, which would then share in every court they visit, and usually in the form of a tale. So it's a channel of telling tales. And in this way, everybody in the kingdom and in the villages had the opportunity to hear the news and reflect at what's going on in the kingdom at large. And they had a standing invitation for all courtyards and for all villages to come, and very often with a musical instrument, and make it in the form of songs as well. It's a century-long tradition which is supporting the human knowledge. And it's useful thing for people with this channel is after every project, after every day, after every relationship, every meal, every movie, everything that was experienced, to take a moment to reflect on it and retreat in solitude. It's the gate of retreat, the 33rd, and look over through the experience so you can learn from it and eventually then go and share it. So the success of this channel relies on the recognition and the invitation to express what has been learned through the process of reflection. It is the desire here to explore all what life has to give and drive the experience firsthand, not like the logic, which is ready to look through the patterns and come with the formula. Here we have the experiential cyclical process of maturation to an end, adding the capacity to see and reflect on all sides the experience afterwards and share it. Here we have the natural listener and kind of the record keeper. So we have here really every autobiography starting with I remember. So every history book, the tree of family trees, all the evolution of civilization from one generation to the next is stored in this channel. They gathered this information ready to share their reflections and lessons learned from those experiences. The challenge here is timing. Um, you don't get to reveal the hidden secrets before the time has come. So it's important to remain private until the others are ready to really listen. Here we have projected energy. So um, you have to wait for the right timing when you're recognized, and the wisdom gained over time. It just needs patience and um, waking up of the passenger consciousness to go through the experiential way and remember their experience or inexperience, sometimes over a lifetime. For a projector, one invitation can be enough for a lifetime. The channel of Prodigal accumulates gems of wisdom that can be organized as the lessons of a personal or collective history. But the organization requires patience. So here we can enjoy photography, listening to people's stories, collecting them, making lexicons, scrapbooks, being a comedian, being a historian, being a politician, or just being somebody's confidante. And looking at the past is not necessarily about predicting the future. In order to meet the challenges of the present, here we have first going through the experience and then making sense of it at the very end of this process. Um, excuse me. Mm, so the prodigal is the child that leaves the home, abandoning their security, leaving behind. So, you leave the security, you leave um, the expectations, and you go into the world to gain experience. And the prodigals fulfill an enormous role in the growth of any community or family, because without them, often just black sheep, there would be stasis with the family and community and little opportunity for expansion. Here we have ultimately focused on the past, and the past can only exist once the present has been accomplished. Real depth comes being totally immersed in a process in order to accumulate as much information experientially as possible, so as to have the necessary material to reflect upon. And this reflection on the experience that is what really gives the value of the abstract process. It codifies our history, our experience in life. And this channel demands recognition, as without it, there is nothing to share with the collective. It's going out into the world, experiencing the nature of the world, and then at some point, down far the road of experience, they return. And what they bring is their reflection on the larger world, expanded experience that can be an essential knowledge of the development and continued growth of the family and the village. It's about sharing with the rest of the collective. Um, it's one thing to base your knowledge on a formula, on a prediction, on a theory, and another thing to live the solution and confirm it as an experience. This is the wisdom of the abstract process. This is the essence of the abstract way of going to the new feeling, emotion, sense, um, sensuality, and dive deep into what your senses can bring so you can make sense out of it at the end, only at the end. It's the most essential voice here we have between the G center and the throat center of the collective, of the abstract collective, saying, I remember. We need to store memory and to keep it alive as memory to pass it on. This is what allows bookstores and our history to make a living because of biographies, autobiographies, history, an enormous contribution done by the collective after their experience and not during. And this is the human experiential way. Most important here is that after the experience, after you're fully immersed in it, to give yourself solitude and time for reflection on it. Keeping trusted stories to share with society for its development and maturation. Remember the format channel here, the channel of maturation 4253. So this is the entire process, bringing maturation and eventually growing up the spiral of knowledge and experience. So this is Veronica from Human Design Journey with the series about the channels. Please like and subscribe if you liked it. Comment if you want, if you have this channel or you know somebody with it and you have your own experience you want to share. Here it's about sharing, right? And yeah, or visit me on my other channels, humandesignjourney.com or Facebook, Instagram, TikTok with the same name. I'll be happy if you join my networks and we keep in touch to share this collective way of stored wisdom. Bye for now.